What is going on, everybody? This is Jay Marvel coming at you with a Let's Play Dark Souls Remastered. I have put probably over 200 hours in this in the last year and a half, so I'm familiar with it and I'm more comfortable streaming it now. I probably will do Dark Souls 2 blind, and same with Dark Souls 3, but this one I've just played so much and I've wanted to stream it for a long time, so here I am. I've beaten it with a strength build and a quality build. So on this one, I think I'm going to go pyromancer, kind of dexterity kind of thing. But we'll see. You never know. You have one plans, you pick up a sweet weapon, and you're like, well, I'm going to use this, and you kind of attune to it. Also, on this playthrough, I'd like to make sure that I'm getting everything. So I have a little checklist up. I'm just gonna check things off as I go, and that way if I miss anything I can see and kind of go back and do that, because I do want to try to get the platinum trophy for this eventually, and I know you need to collect pretty much everything and do all the side quests if I remember correctly. I might be wrong, but who knows. Alright, so without any further ado, we're going to start a new game. We're going to enter this character's name as Marvel. And my fiance will probably be coming home what time is it? In about 30 minutes. So if I get up and we kind of stop for a minute, that's why I'm just saying hey to her, and then I'll finish up the video. Because I'm aiming for these to be about 45 minutes long. So I said we were going to do Pyromancer. The reason I'm doing that, I usually start with Deprived just because it's a clean slate. You start with 11s on everything. And you just kind of can build what you want. I want to start with the Pyromancy Flame, because it takes... I guess no, because you have to beat the Taurus Demon to get the Key of the Depths. Yeah, it's just... you have to wait a little bit before you get a Pyromancy Flame, so it'll just take time. And I want to start slinging fireballs. The gift... I'm just going to go with the Master Key. Lets us get to different places. I was thinking about doing the Black Fire Bombs and finishing off the Asylum Demon early. But I digress. But I don't think so. I wonder if the old... Okay. Physique, average face. I'm just going to customize it here in a minute anyways. Let's go... Before we do that, let's customize... do I want to just randomize it? Yeah, let's randomize it. Let's just... Until I see something I like. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want it too weird. I see some on Facebook and stuff, people posting they're crazy weird people, but I don't want that. We're gonna go. Let's give him red hair since he's a pyromancer. I was thinking changing his name. Marvel, yeah, it's my username or whatever, my gamer tag, but I think I want to kind of since I'm doing 1 through 3 in Bloodborne, I want to do kind of a cool name we can kind of go through. So we're gonna name him Theo. I wasn't thinking Theodus, a play on my middle name. Let's just do Theo. Theo. Yeah. No, I don't like that. Let's go with... You know what? I like it, but we're going to do it a little different. Marvel. There we go. So, alright. I'm not going to talk through dialogue and cutscenes, so we're about to hit the first opening cutscene. I'll let that play, and then we'll pick up once we hit the Undead Asylum.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
This is one of the coolest intro cutscenes.
But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Alright, so here we are, Northern Undead Asylum. So it sounds like, I'm not the lore guy, by the way. I don't know much about lore. Oh, my dog's barking for some reason. Anyways, so I'm not the lore guy. Let me go figure out what he's barking at. Alright, sorry about that. I don't know. I guess I must have been barking at my neighbors or something because they were outside. Anyway, so I'm not the lore guy, but my guess is that all these undead are put away for a reason. Probably because we're going to kill Lord Gwyn. Maybe. I don't know. Spoiler alert. Alright, so undead... Oh, first things first. I'm going to read all like the item descriptions. So let's just get these ones out of the way. This black crystal... So this is black separation crystal. Banished Phantom Returner. So this black crystal, long a symbol of farewell, is granted to banished undead. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes, or sends you back to yours. Beware of fickle use of this item if you intend to nurture relations. Never use that. So, I don't know if maybe we will. Dark sign. The dark sign signifies an accursed undead. Those branded with it are reborn after death, but will one day lose their mind and go hollow. Death triggers the dark side, which returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested at, but at the cost of all humanity and souls. So, the dark sign is what we're branded with. Actually, if you take off your shirt, it's right there. Boom. On the left breast. So basically that's saying, like, you can't die. You just die and come back, but you lose all your souls. And if you lose all your souls in your humanity, you become no, we are hollowed. I don't know. I can't remember. Like I said, not the lore guy. Master key. This universal key opens any basic lock, tool of the trade for thieves, but in the cursed land of the undead, more doors are better left unopened. And the dungeon cell key. Key to the dungeon in the north, in the Undead Asylum to the north. A mysterious knight, without saying a word, shoved a corpse down into the cell, and on his person was a key. Who was this knight, and what was his purpose? There may be no answers, but one must still forge ahead. Okay, that was that guy we saw. You know, he kind of just looked at us and then left. Fireball. Standard pyromancy of the Great Swamp. Hurl fireball. The fire damage caused by fireballs makes them effective corporeal beasts and undead who by nature fear flame. So we have that, we know it, but we don't have the item to use it yet. So we have to find the pyromancy flame. All right, so this is straight sword hilt. The hilt of this lost sword was found discarded in the Undead Asylum, only slightly better than one's bare hands and not recommended for extensive use. Be certain to find a replacement quickly. Okay, tattered cloth hood. I keep doing that, dang it. Hood worn by pyromancers of the Great Swamp. Though it appears tattered, it is actually quite strong. Their attire offers substantial protection against poison, fire, and other forces of nature out in the hinterlands where they were driven. So does this... So we do get a poison resistance, 23, and then a bleed resistance of 9. So that's pretty cool. That'll come in handy in Blighttown. Robe worn by the... Okay, so this all kind of says the same. Robe, manchette, boots. Okay. We have no rings. Okay, so that's pretty much everything. Yeah. All right. So let's move forward. Okay, that's not forward. That's backwards. All right. Yep. Camera controls. So these are just basic tutorial tips. Attack. And I actually think... all right. R2 strong attack. I'm in offline mode, so I don't think I'll be getting a lot of... I don't think I'll be getting any requests for that. I just don't want to be invaded right now. We'll bet turn it back on once we kind of actually need to get invaded to do some things. But we still get the NPC invasions and whatnot. So we're going to head over here and ignore that guy in the water. He goes slow in the water, so it's just kind of obnoxious more than anything. All right, and we get to our first bonfire. So we'll just rest at it, so that way if we die for whatever reason, we won't go all the way back to the first little jail cell thing. And, oh, big door. Okay. Hey, friend. Alright, so this guy's going to drop down. He's going to drop down. There we go. Alright, so you can fight him. That's why the black firebombs, you can like kill him with like 3 or 4 of them. But, I mean, look at that. We do 2 damage per hit, and so yeah, it would take forever, and you have no way of healing yourself, and you can't even wield the weapon he drops until like late game, maybe even New Game Plus. So it's not even really worth it. We'll come back through on New Game Plus and kill him first go around. So we'll light this bonfire. So yeah, the game makes you think you have to fight him. And I remember when I first started playing it, I was like, how the hell am I supposed to beat this game? You can't even damage the boss. I kept thinking, like, maybe there's an environment thing that you have to trigger. Nope, you just have to go left and go down here. But like I said, you can't fight him. You can't kill him right then and there. You have to have black fire bombs, or you have to have a lot of patience. So we're going to go ahead and equip this cracked round shield. A wooden round shield, cracked and nearly broken. Wood shields are lighter than metal shields, but this one has lower physical damage reduction stability, partially due to cracking. So it's not the greatest of shields, but we'll find a better one pretty early on. Alright, so we'll sprint after this guy. Get back here! Hey! Shooting arrows at me, so let's see if we can keep doing this and get him at the backstab. Okay, so... Hand axe. Okay. And... Yes! Got him with the backstab before he could reach. So he'll, like, come up here... Get to like right here, turn around and shoot at you. So I was just trying to race him to that. I don't know. It's kind of fun. Alright. So we'll come out through that fog gate. We know to the left there's really nothing. So we're going to go up here. Watch out for the ball. So as that kind of does that, I just come down here. Open this. You're going to need that later. And then... Oh, the ball made a nice hole. Oh, hey buddy.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Hmm?
No, I'm not. I'm undead.
I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Yeah.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Okay.
Oh. And this.
Yes, Undead Asylum, floor 2, East key.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
So he's undead, meaning he's going to... I wonder if he fell through the roof right there or something. So when he dies, he's going to become a hollow, I guess. And then that's why he's like, I don't want to hurt you. Okay, we missed a couple... Or we didn't miss them, but there was a couple new things. Key to the iron bars on the east side of the second floor of the North Undead Asylum. The Undead Asylum is a giant undead prison segmented by countless iron bars. Even if an undead were to escape from a cell, passage to the outside world would be not gained easily. And then we got a hand axe. Small hand axe appears to... Oh, and the SS lasso. Small hand axe appears identical to a lumberjack's tool, but has the ideal weight and strength. And is easy to handle. One wrong swing leaves the wielder wide open, so timing and proximity to the enemy must be judged carefully. An Estus flask. The undead treasures these dull green flasks. Fill with Estus. The undead treasure these dull green flasks. Fill the Estus at a bonfire. Fills HP. The Estus flasks are linked to the fire keepers. The dark tales also make reference. An emerald flask from the keeper's soul. She lives to protect the flame, and she dies to protect it further. So, well, if you guys don't know about Dark Souls, there's a lot of... It just doesn't... Oh, and that was the sound of him dying. Took his own life. Dark Souls doesn't really have like a... I guess like a story. I mean, it does. But like not in the traditional sense. There's no like... log or anything like that you can read about things. You need to read the item descriptions, and then it kind of gets the player to, you can kind of piece together your own bits of lore, and there's lots of different takes on how what things are about and stuff. So people have different, oh my gosh, different their own versions, I guess, of what they like feel like the lore is. All right, so and we just picked up right there. If you are a sorcerer or a pyromancer or any kind of magic user, you'll have that. or even I think it's a bow will be there if you're a bow user, and we'll attach this pyromancy flame. Flame medium used by great swamp pyromancers. Pyromancers arouse this flame to produce various fine arts. Equip pyromancer flame to produce pyromancy. Attune pyromancy from a scroll of bonfires. Most pyromancies have limited number of uses. I got kind of nervous because he stopped shooting, and usually that means he's coming for you. So yeah, like people can have their own takes on the lore and kind of their own little versions of it based off of what they're reading and how they take it. So that's why I'm reading all these, because I've never actually read all of the item descriptions as I get them, or I just kind of cared to get through, beat all the bosses, and beat the game, and not, I guess, take the bare minimum for lore. But this one I kind of want to get more into it. Alright, so that's the counterattack. You hit the left trigger, or L2, depending on what console. And it swats, and then after right when he's about to hit you, and then R1, and it'll give him the riposte. So there's a door here, but we don't have the key to it. So we're going to go back this way, and you'll see the fog gate there. Let's get Estes up, just in case. Sometimes I slip. Alright, so we got a fog gate here. And a friend down below. So two-hand your weapon by pressing triangle, or I don't know what the button is on Xbox Y. And you'll get more damage as you fall. So let's hit him a couple times with this, and then I want to see the pyromancy flame in action. Okay, pull out of the way. Roll and throw. Throw it. No, stupid face. Alright. Not too bad. See, it's just... once you have some actual weapons, he's not very hard to beat. Alright, so we got the big pilgrim's key and a humanity. So let's read those. Rare tiny black sprite found on corpses. Use one to gain one humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called humanity, but little is known about its true nature. If the soul is the source of all life, then what distinguishes the humanity we hold within ourselves? And then we got big pilgrim's key. Key to the inner door of the Undead Asylum main hall. Big key belonging to a chosen undead pilgrim. But this chosen undead knows not what this pilgrimage has in store. So we still hear some walking around. That's a surprise for later. Alright, so we use our big pilgrim's key. Now we can leave this accursed place. Alright. Good job. Go straight ahead. Thank you. We'll talk to those guys over there later. The invisible birds. Alright, down here is a Soul of Lost Undead. So that's like a bank soul. So those go in your inventory. You can use them. You get a set number of souls. There's different sizes. Allowing you, if you die and you need to level up and you can't get your souls, you have a little backup there.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
In Lordran, level up and kindle at bonfires. So, this is Firelink Shrine. Okay. So you can rest at the bonfire, top off our Estus flasks. So because this one has a fire keeper, we get 10 Estus flasks from it. And we can actually kindle it to get more further down the line. So yeah, there's the fire keeper there. Hey. She doesn't speak. So, let's see. We're at 25 minutes now. I'm wondering. Well, let's level up, get rid of these liquid souls, and you'll see why in a minute. So we're gonna bump our dexterity up quite a bit to start. I'm gonna get that to 15. Yeah, maybe 14, so I can wield a bow. Man, I'm hearing all sorts of weird stuff. Okay, I'm trying to debate if I've got enough time. I guess we could talk to all the NPCs, and then I think the next episode will be this Firelink Shrine kind of area. And beyond. So. Alright.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have... well,
Oops.
Since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other
Up
is far,
there.
far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town.
Which...
Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on. But I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead? Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit. What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all. What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it. What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool. Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions. What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone. What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
Okay, so that's the Crestfallen Warrior. A kind of tip for a thing with the NPCs is just keep talking to him. This guy kind of tells you kind of where you're going to start off. Like he said, we have to ring a bell up in the Undead Church up there by going through the Undead Burg, and then we have to go down to Blight Town and ring one down there. So that's kind of our first objectives. With NPCs, you just keep talking to them until they repeat themselves. See?
I'm not up.
So, once they repeat themselves, that's pretty much all the dialogue they have at that moment. But you do need to remember to come back and talk to them occasionally, because they will have new dialogue as the story progresses. So there's a humanity there. There's 3 ways to go here. So we're going to start with the right. Come all the way back here and firebomb. So there's 6 of those. So it's Soul of a Lost Undead who is long gone hollow, used to acquire souls. Souls are the source of all life, and whether undead or even hollow, one continues to seek them. Bisque urn filled with black powder explodes, inflicting fire damage. Relatively powerful ranged weapon, especially in situations calling for fire damage. A very precious item at low levels. Many warriors use these to augment their strategic repertoire. Okay, so then we'll go to this one, and oh, hey, nice haircut.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Firelink. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible. Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
So we get the cup coin.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yes.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
Okay, so we're going to join the covenant. Okay, thank you. I hate when that just hangs there because I hit. Okay, covenant established.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Alright, so we're going to first learn the gesture, shrug. Alright, and then you can purchase items off them. Miracles and talisman, which is used to cast the miracles. So we got the Great Heal Expert. Great Miracle cast by advanced clerics restores high HP. Great Heal Expert borrows from only several verses of Great Heal. As a result, it can only be cast a stark few times. Homeward. Great Miracle cast by advanced clerics return to the last bonfire rested at. Would normally link to one's homeland. Only the curse of the undead has distorted its power, redirecting casters to a bonfire. Or perhaps for undead, this serves as home. Common miracle among clerics knights creates shockwave. So this is force. Oh, like use the force. This quickly acting miracle inflicts no damage but propels foes back and defends against arrows. Cleric knights use this miracle when charging into enemy mobs. That's kind of cool. Then we got seek guidance. Miracle of clerics of an undead mission. Display more guidance from other worlds. Guidance facilitates communication between undead, and their value varies greatly. A balance of faith and wisdom is required. Heal elementary miracle cast by clerics restores HP. To cast a miracle, the caster learns a tale of the gods and says a prayer to the blessed by its revelations. Heal is the shortest of such miraculous tales. Okay. Then you got a talisman, medium for casting miracles of the gods. Standard talisman issued to common believers. Equipped talisman to cast miracles, attune miracles from scroll of the bonfire. Most miracles have a limited number of uses. And then Thorlin talisman, medium for cast. Okay, this talisman is only granted to high-ranking Thorlin clerics. Has high miracle adjustment, which, thanks to divine protection, is not dependent upon faith. All right, so we're going to talk to him some more.
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm. An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
400 souls. I don't have that, so no.
I'm afraid that may be difficult. For
Okay.
our missions.
Hopefully I didn't miss anything up, but we'll see. All right, so then we're going to go up here. There is this up here, the Soul of the Lost Undead. All right, and then... So I do this whole first area before heading up to the Undead Burg. I just have a certain way of doing it. Whether you do that the same way or you don't like it, oh well. That's the way I like to do it. It just makes it... I don't know. It's just the way I do it. So we get a cracked red eye orb. Let's go ahead and read that. Online play item. Invade another world. Defeat the master of the world you have invaded to acquire humanity. The cracked red eye orb allows players to temporarily imitate this ability normally. Limited to the dark race of Koth. Okay. Morning Star and a talisman. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh well. So we got the talisman, Morning Star. Hammer with sharp spike on its pommel. One of the more barbaric cleric weapons. Uniquely, this hammer inflicts thrust damage and causes bleeding. So it does a little bit more damage than our current weapon, but I like our current weapon anyways. And we got the talisman, which we've already read that. So you don't have to buy it. You find it there. And then over here we get a homeward bone. Very self-explanatory, but bone fragment reduced to white ash. Return to the last bonfire for resting. Bonfires are fueled by bones of the undead. In rare cases, the strong urge of their previous owner to seek bonfires enchants their bones with homeward instinct. So we got 6 of those, and then over here get Lloyd's Talisman. So Lloyd's Talisman, utilized by Allfather Lloyd's Cleric Knights to hunt down the undead, blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. In the outside world, the undead are accursed creatures, and Lloyd's Cleric Knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, allowing the knights to fight with impunity. So yeah, stop enemies from healing. So because we fell down there, this is the only way out, and this is a bad place early game. So this is what we call a suicide run. There's quite a few items. I don't think you can... there's one right there. There's, I think, like 5 of them. 5 or 6 items. 1, 2... I'm trying to think. 3... I think like 4 or 5 items. So we're going to try to get them all before dying. See, these skeletons pop up, and they will just keep popping up, and they're pretty strong. So Large Shoal of the Lost Undead. There's one part to this that always kills me when I do this. So down there to the left is a binoculars. So what I'm going to do is actually come back for that, because you get kind of trapped down there. Winged Spear, and we'll read all these once we're safe. So we just gotta... The key is to keep moving. Keep it moving. Catechus Round Shield, I think is how you say that. Okay, so what I want to do now is try to avoid all these skeletons. The problem is you don't have much health or stamina, so trying to get through them all kind of sucks. Because, we will be coming back here later in the game. Some people, there is a weapon pretty close to here that people like to try to do this to in the catacombs. But we are not... Oh, get out of here! No! We have one more thing to get. One more thing to get. Ah! Okay. Whew. Run, Forrest, run. Okay. There he is, right there. Boom. Okay. Juke. Juked him. And roll. Get out of the way. And that's the thing too, is there's so many little nooks and stuff that you get kind of caught in. These big guys hurt. Okay. Then you're gonna run up here. Can you help me out, Mr. Crow? Can you pick them apart? I think you could, but you're not gonna. Okay, so we're gonna run through here. We're about... Oh, God. I looked over to see how much time we've been recording and fell. Oh, God, they're blocking the stairs. Okay, come over here. There's an item over here. I missed that a lot of times on my first few playthroughs. Okay. I mean, it's no big deal. It's just a soul. But every soul counts in the beginning. Oh, God. I hate those skeletons. They're the worst. Okay. We made it. Oh, God. Don't fall. Okay. So, if you were paying attention, there were 3 doors that we had to go through. Ha! We came out at door number 3. So, that's pretty much Firelink Shrine covered. The next part I think we'll do before the end of this video is come down here and do this last bit. And then we're going to kind of start... We're not going to the Undead Burg right away. This first one might be a little bit longer because there's character creation, opening cutscene, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. I just don't like to do them too long because it takes longer to, upload, all that kind of stuff. So let's take this elevator down. Fun little trick for if you die. This is New Londo Ruins. Well, it's not really a trick or a fun thing, but one thing I kind of started doing because I kept dying. Press the button to let the elevator go back up. So when you got to come back down here, if you die down here, you don't just fall down the pit and then you lose all your souls like I tend to do. Yeah, I'd be like, oh crap, died. I'd be in a hurry to get back down to my souls. And I would just fall down the elevator shaft and die because there's a lever you have to pull up at top. Alright, we're going to come down here and talk to this poor guy in a cage.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Rickett of Vinheim. I was once an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it? What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. I can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinheim.
Alright, so you can modify your equipment or repair your stuff. You can buy, the basic soul like spells, sorceries, and the catalyst in which to use it. And then he doesn't have anything to say.
Nothing to talk about.
Yeah, see, he really doesn't have anything to say. So don't worry about killing these guys; they're not worth it. And yeah, it's just kind of just not really worth it. There is an item over here, the S-Stock, which is a pretty good item for a dex build, so we might take a look at that. I just like this axe right now. Oh god, I fell on him. That can't happen. See, you only get 20. So there's a transient curse. We're not going to use those right now, but you will use them down here when you are ready to run through New Londo Ruins, which it's probably one of my least favorite spots in the game. It just sucks. These ghosts, really, or wraiths, or whatever they are, I guess they're ghosts, specters, really suck. The dark wraiths really suck. Just everything sucks. Okay, so the whole reason we came down there was for that right there. Firekeeper Soul. Juke 'em! Juke 'em! Oh, dang it. Okay, so that's why I spent all the souls. Now we don't have to worry about going back in. Like, 270 souls is not worth going back for. So, yeah, just spend all those souls so you don't have to worry about it. And then we are going to awake back at Firelink Shrine. So we got that Firekeeper Soul, so you're going to take that down here to the Firekeeper. She cannot speak. So, reinforce Estus Flask. Use a Firekeeper Soul to reinforce the Estus Flask? Yes. Okay, it's reinforced. So now, if you look at the bottom left, we have an Estus Flask +1. So that's going to give us more health every time we use it. So that is wonderful, fantastic. Alright, so this episode we got out of Firelink, or the North Undead Asylum, explored around Firelink Shrine and picked up all the stuff around there. We need to do the item descriptions. Let's do that real quick. We did that one. Binoculars. Oh, we didn't do that. Limb of a victim of a curse. Temporary curse allows engagement with ghosts. The only way to fight back against ghosts who are cursed beings is to become cursed oneself. The safest method, however dreadful, is to cut off the arm of the dead. Binoculars made of brass, used to peer at a distant scenery. This advanced device was built by a famous craftsman of Astora. Its utility is singular, but its applications many. The value of these specs depends greatly on the imagination of their owner. So we got 4 souls of the lost undead, 2 large souls of the lost undead, 1 soul of the nameless soldier. We got 4 humanities, a copper coin made out of copper. Its face shows Old Man McLoif, god of medicine and drink. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lordran, where the accepted currency is souls. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. So they're really useless. We didn't get any keys. Nope. Oh, S-Stock. Oh, Zweihander. It's a German weapon. One of the gigantic straight... So it's a weapon, ultra great sword, regular attack, one of the gigantic straight great swords. As the name suggests, the Zweihander is held with 2 hands, but the wielder must still be inhumanly strong. And it is this great weight that sends foes flying when it's hit solidly. The Estok. The largest of the thrusting swords can pierce an armored knight in one thrust. The blade is so sharp, allowing slicing as well. Is also sharp and allows for slicing. Winged spear. A long hilted spear with a barbed point, long reach, and can be used with the shield up. Effective against hard exteriors and hits for high damage at the right moment of an enemy's swing. But the hit radius is small and easily blocked by shields. We got this Catechus. Catechus round shield. It does more physical reduction. 85 more damage. Just a better shield. Excuse me. Round wooden shield crafted in Lordran, decorated by an ancient blue catechus. The giant trees in Lordran are distant offspring of the great stone arc trees. This shield inherits their properties, and the wood greatly reduces magic damage. Alright, and I think that's it. Yep, okay. So I want to equip that shield. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we got everything we needed. I should have read the description of that fire creeper skull. Dang it. Okay, oh well, next time. The next episode we will be going, there's one more thing I gotta do, one more route I gotta take before I start heading up that way, just to get a couple more things, that I like to have when I start my playthrough. Call it cheap, call it whatever, but it's Dark Souls, man. Like, yeah. Anything helps. I probably will do a challenge run one of these days where I just, don't do that kind of stuff. But hey, I like to play it the way I want to play it, and I want to share that with you guys. Until next time, thanks for stopping by. Bye.